Well, it began snowing, and after a very cold day, and we had had a very dry winter. So you can see our dry winter was really cold, but we were now getting some precipitation, but some snow, and that threatened to land on the ground, despite all the spring flowers being up. And you can see here it is on a polytunnel, and it looked like it was sticking. However, by morning it was actually gone. But there's still snow around. Last night we actually had some snow, which does show that spring isn't quite here yet. There's white daffodils, I don't know if you can see them down there. But lots of birds have come down from the hills and the mountains, and they're sheltering in the hedgerows, and you can hear them right behind me now. They're extremely loud. Mostly house sparrows, and house sparrows will stay around houses actually, and wherever there's hedgerows, and if people have hedges in their gardens, they'll get house sparrows. They're quite rare in some parts of Europe now because they've gone into a decline, possibly due to farming practices. However, there are dozens, perhaps even hundreds of them in these small round hedges here around me, and these hedges and this larger hedge here, and you should be able to see them. And here you can actually see a collared dove sitting on the roof, and that was a robin, and the dove is actually making mating calls. And there's a pied wagtail behind him. And here's probably the most reliable of all garden birds, the blue tit. And blue tits come to feeders. You can see this fat ball in a feeder and underneath peanuts. And this blue tit is mostly interested in getting to the peanuts. Sometimes they take them away. This one's kind of chopping them up. Here's a blackbird, a male, and you can see he has his breeding colours, really bright orange beak, and the ring around the eye is very bright. They have this all year, but when they start to get close to the breeding season in spring, it gets extremely bright. It's really beautiful. And now here's a male chaffinch. He's watching actually the blackbird, sees it's safe to come down. There are two chaffinches, a male and female. The male is more brightly coloured. The female almost looks like a black and white version or a sepia toned version of the male. But you'll see her in a moment. But you can hear the noise of all the birds, and he's come down now to forage because the blackbird's gone and it's safe, or the blackbird's probably still there somewhere off to the side. They are harvest little birds, but very beautiful. And you can see he's picking up seeds of some sort there. Actually, I think it's stuff that's fallen out of a bird feeder that's above. And there's the female, and you can see she's almost the same pattern as the male. Just she looks like she's no colour in her, other than the sort of sandy colour. Now, all the noise has been made by these guys, house sparrows, and usually it's all females when I try to get a video, but here we can see quite a few males, and there are fat balls in the feeders. There was a female who flew away. There's female again, and a blue tit. The female house sparrow actually looks quite like the female chaffinch. The males are very bold patterns, and there's a very powerful pecking order. There's a strong hierarchy, and the one at the top of the hierarchy gets anything he wants for as long as he's at the top. Once he gets a little older, he'll go down in rank. They're a fascinating society, but I suppose they wouldn't be a great advert for feminism because the males are very much at the top of the hierarchy, and then it's a structure after that. Now here you can see a blue tit, and this blue tit is collecting from the fat ball. It could mean it can't reach the peanuts, but I suspect that it's possibly a female trying to bulk up, because you see there's lots of suet in the fat balls. There's seeds and suet mixed together. And you see one of them, when you see them taking, now obviously it could be a male and a female there, but I noticed one is more interested in the peanuts. And here's one, there's a few peanuts at the bottom of that feeder. They're extremely acrobatic birds. And they've discovered lately that birds which are overly dependent on feeders, there's been a sort of evolution, because so many people on the island of Great Britain have put out food for the birds, that evolution has taken a hand, which means that they've become so dependent on the feeders, their bills are changing shape, they're getting longer, and they apparently they don't even make the same kind of call. Now here's a coal tit, it's the same size as a blue tit, but it's a different pattern, and you'll notice a white stripe on the back of the head. It's very like the grey tit. The grey tit is a much larger bird. You see this one's really going in to get this heat. And there you can see a grey tit, and it has peanut, and it's up on top above the feeders. The wind's blowing it around quite a bit. And it's a really bold and brightly coloured bird. You can't see it so well here.